10 countries with post-study work visa. In this video, we will be taking a look at 10 countries that provide international students with a post-study work visa. Post-study work visa choices are a major attraction factor for international students. It provides an opportunity to work in a new culture, acquire new skills, and see the world from a different and new point of view. Firstly, let's talk about Australia. Australia has a number of the best universities in the world and is home to lively cities, beautiful beaches, and an array of beautiful wildlife and nature. It's no wonder why students worldwide flock to pursue degrees in the land down under. If you're thinking to pursue your studies in Australia, you can also apply for the temporary graduate visa, which will permit you to stay for 2 to 4 years, based on your degree once you have graduated. Now, let's talk about the UK. Another sought-after destination for pursuing studies would be the UK. The UK Home Office made its new post-study work visa, named the Graduate Route, accessible for international students, on the 1st of July 2021, which would permit international graduates to apply for the permission to remain for a job experience towards the end of their university degrees. It is legitimate for around 2 years. You cannot apply for an extension for your graduate visa, but you may transfer to a different visa, for instance, a skilled worker visa, which permits the applicant to come or remain in the UK to do a job for which they qualify with an employer that is approved. This visa has taken place of Tier 2 General Work Visa. Let's first talk about PSWs in New Zealand. Aside from its majestic sceneries and environment, it has 8 universities that are listed among the top 500 universities in the world. Based on your qualification and where you studied, their post-study work visa would allow you to work for any employer for between 1 and 3 years and do almost any work. Post-study work visa in Ireland. According to Education in Ireland, there are many reasons to study in Ireland. Its quality education aside, the country is also the hub of over 1,000 leading multinational European companies. Over 1,000 foreign direct investment giants in information communications technology, social media, pharmaceuticals, and finance have made Ireland the center of their operations in Europe, with companies like Google, HP, Apple, IBM, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pfizer, GSK, and Genzyme. There is a possibility for international students to remain in the country after completing their degree, under the revised third-level graduate scheme permission. This permits non-EU or European Economic Area students who graduated from Irish higher education institutions to stay in Ireland for 2 years to seek employment.
Brightest and the best.
Changing the UK
Single global
immigration system.
Now let's tell you a bit about the post-study work visa in the US. The US has always been labeled as the land of opportunity, which is why unsurprisingly many come to the country to pursue the American dream. If you are willing to work in the US after graduating, this will be possible through F1 visa. International students having an F1 visa are qualified to apply for optional practical training if they have been studying in the US for 1 year at minimum. With this visa, international students are allowed to remain and work in the US for a year without having to be financially supported by an employer. The STEM optional practical training is an addition to the standard optional practical training, permitting students 2 years instead of a year to remain and work in the US after graduation. The H-1B visa is usually known as the US's staple work visa. It's a temporary work visa that permits non-US citizens to work in the country for approximately 6 years. They are required to have graduated with at least a bachelor's degree in the related or same field of the jobs range. The candidate cannot apply for this visa themselves. This visa requires your employer to file it for you. Post-study work visas in Canada. Excellent education and first world living standards are among the attractive factors of studying in Canada. You may be qualified for a post-graduation work permit if you have completed your degree from an assigned learning institution in Canada. The PGWP permits you to stay in Canada temporarily to work, but when applying for a work permit, you will be required to first fulfill the criteria to work in Canada. The PGWP may be awarded depending on the duration of the study program, from a minimum of 8 months to a maximum of 3 years. Post-study work permits in Germany. Graduates from non-EU and non-European Economic Area countries can work in Germany after they complete their studies by extending their permits for residence for up to 1.5 years after graduation. According to the agency's website, the period of 1.5 years begins as soon as you complete your final exams, so it is best if the candidate starts looking for employment during their studies at university or during their final semester. The agency's website also notes that candidates should keep in mind that during the period of 1.5 years, they can work any job they can in order to financially support themselves until they find a full-time job, and the job does not have to be related to their field of study. Upon getting a job in Germany, they can apply for the EU Blue Card program, a work and residence license for non-EU and non-European Economic Area citizens. All EU member countries with the exception of the UK, Denmark, and Ireland provide the EU Blue Card. You can qualify if you are a non-EU national and you have completed your post-secondary education, or you have a professional experience of 3 years or more in the profession mentioned in your profile. Work permits in South Korea. South Korea has a strong economic foundation, and its universities are counted among the best in the world for pursuing academic excellence. There are many choices to work in the country after graduating. Students can apply for the D10 visa or the job seekers visa to look for employment in the country. The D10 visa is open to students who have received an associate's or bachelor's degree. You can transfer to an E1 visa after successfully finding a job. There are 7 types. Professor, E1. Researcher, E3. Foreign language instructor, E2. Technical instructor or technician, E4. Professional, E5, artist or athlete, E6, or foreign national of special ability, E7. The South Korean government is also introducing a new kind of travel visa specifically designed to attract global talents. Labeled as the Hallyu visa, which literally translates to Korean wave, it's named to refer to an incredible rise in popularity of Korea's entertainment, music, TV dramas, and movies. What are the post-study work options in Singapore? Located in Southeast Asia, the small but sovereign and developed country of Singapore is known for its higher standard of education and research. The National University of Singapore and Nanyang Technological University are among the top world-class institutions. As an international student candidate, you'll be provided a short-term visit permit after your student permit expires, which will give you a period of 90 days to search for employment. If you are graduating from an institute of higher learning in Singapore, you are eligible to apply for a 1-year long-term social visit pass, which cannot be renewed. International students could qualify for 3 types of post-study work visas. The employment pass is for foreign managers, executives, and professionals. The S-Pass is for mid-level skilled staff applicants who need to earn a minimum of $500 a month and fulfill the assessment criteria. The Entrapass is for qualified foreign entrepreneurs who are eager to start a business in Singapore that is being invested by a private company or has innovative technologies. Finland. According to the World Happiness Report 2022 rankings, Finland is the world's happiest country. With a world-class education, high quality of life, and free student healthcare services, who wouldn't want to live and study in Finland? After completing their studies, non-EU students can apply for an extended residence license to remain in the country for a year after graduation. This is to help the graduates in their search for employment. Once a candidate has secured a job as a graduate, they can then apply for a new residence license depending on their new work placement. The website of Study in Finland states that looking for a job in Finland can be demanding as not all professions offer opportunities for employment before graduating. They mentioned that job candidates may need to have Swedish or Finnish language skills. We have reached the end of today's video update. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more latest updates. Thanks for watching.